The wildest places on our planet have always been home to powerful leaders. But now, a new hero is rising.
Guess who is a martyr? Guess who is a martyr?
Fierce,
Guess who is the
smart,
martyr? Guess who is the martyr? Guess
resilient,
who is the martyr?
and female.
Do you know? Can you know? So where's she from? Where does she go? Do you know? Can
We don't call her Mother Nature for nothing.
roads try to shun? She doesn't fold. Do you know? Can you know? So where's she from? Where
All
does she
hail
go? On the run off of these roads try to shun? She doesn't fold.
the queens. The Ngorongoro Crater, Tanzania. The unbroken rim of a massive, ancient volcano. Its lush crater floor is surrounded by steep 2,000-foot-high walls. In this giant stadium, two rival dynasties, both led by sisters, fight for the survival of their families. This area is home to the highest density of lions on the planet. Oh, there are some impressive males here. But they come and they go. It's the prides that rule the crater. And by the prides, I mean the girls. 3 sisters. Just weeks ago, they left their mother to go it alone. And already, they're killing it.
The boys wanna be her, the girls wanna be her. The boys wanna be her, the girls wanna be her. The boys wanna be her, the girls wanna be her. The boys wanna be her. I wanna be her. Yes, I do.
The eldest, Shawnee, is pregnant. The father didn't stick around, but that's not unusual for lions. This sisterhood can look after themselves. Crucial, because they have enemies. Malkia, Hyena Queen. Her clan is everything the lion pride is not. Well established, 70 strong, the largest in the crater. In hyena dynasties, females are in charge. It's not the largest or strongest, but the one with the most allies that takes the crown. Malkia's been popular, but she's aging. Another hyena could rise to take her place. In the heart of their territory is the den site. Full of cubs. Though they're not all Malkias. Males will eventually leave the clan to find mates. But daughters stay. They become a leader's key allies. Malkia's had many sons, but only 2 daughters. A 3-week-old Zura and her big sister, Yeye. The 2 most important hyenas after their mother, the queen. In hyena society, it's the youngest daughter that inherits the crown. But Zura's too young. And that leaves an opening for Aisha, Malkia's younger sister. Family loyalty is no match for Aisha's personal ambition. As Malkia's position weakens, Aisha and her daughters are gaining support. She has her sister's crown in her sights. Both the hyenas and the lions want the same thing. Food, territory, power. But the crater affords one more luxury: safety. Its walls are a barrier from the world outside, but space is limited. Over 20,000 large animals pack the crater floor. The 2 dynasties are forced to compete for food. Lions are the main cause of hyena deaths here. Malkia's clan has made a kill. Now that Shani's pregnant, the lions need an easy meal. Malkia is distracted. It's Aisha that faces the pride. She could have been killed. But it was worth it. To fight a lion and survive is the ultimate show of strength. And the whole clan was there to see it. No one has ever filmed through the night here. But as the moon rises over the crater rim, special light-sensitive cameras can film in color.
Too far away to
revealing the two families in their nighttime world. The lions are resting. They prefer a moonless night to hunt. Hyenas, however, are bolder after dark. Noisier. More aggressive. Aisha? She's dangerous. Malkia's allies have gone out hunting. She's unguarded. Too good an opportunity to miss. Yeye comes to her mother's side as Aisha makes her move. Together, they push Aisha away. While Malkia has daughters, she still has power. She heads out to join the hunt. The sun takes time to rise above the crater walls. Mornings are relaxed. But Shani can't take it easy. She's a mom now. 5 cubs to grow and strengthen the new pride. Half the world's lions have been lost in the last 25 years. But these newborns are protected within the crater. Malkia has left her daughters at the den site while she hunts. Yeye keeps her little sister Zora close. She lets a female pay her respects. Then sends her away. Aisha's not gone hunting. She stayed behind to help babysit. Only Malkia's daughters stand between her and the crown. Yeye senses danger. She tries to push Aisha away. Protect little Zora. But Aisha's not after Yeye. She wants the air. There are very few things a hyena won't do for power. On her own, Yeye can't help Zura. She needs the clan. But they're all waiting to see what Aisha will do. Yeye can only watch as the life is squeezed out of her little sister. Aisha's not above murder to get what she wants. The hunting party's back. Led by Malkia. The rest of the clan don't run to greet her. Something's not right. Malkia searches for her cub. There's blood on the ground. Yeye is here, but Zora is dead. Her mother knows there can be only one culprit. Aisha. Malkia and her remaining supporters charge. But Aisha and her daughters stand their ground. The play for the crown was violent. But the transfer of power is peaceful. Malkia and her remaining allies bow in submission and retreat. Aisha's the new leader. Her victory run shows the clan which sisters in charge now. Yeye calls for her mother. They were separated after the takeover. Malkia doesn't hear her. Having lost her cub, she's taken off alone. The Lion Sisterhood works together to keep Shawnee's cubs alive. While she's nursing, they make a kill every day. Aisha's clan is never far away. So the lions share the job of hunting and protecting their kills. Keeping the hyenas away from their food and cubs. Shawnee's never needed her sisters more. With their help, these cubs are twice as likely to survive as those born to a mom on her own. Back at the den site, Aisha is asserting her leadership. The rest of the clan are finding their place beneath her. To cement her power, Aisha needs more daughters. So she's looking to mate. And for hyenas, that's an unusual challenge. The female sex organ is remarkable. Completely unique in nature. And it gives Aisha an advantage. This male has been following her, hoping to mate. But unlike males of most other species, he can't force himself on her. He has to wait. Only when she's ready will she retract her sex organ, allowing him to mate. The need for consent is what makes hyena society so special. It hands control over to the females, gives them immense power. There's no moon tonight. Thermal cameras find body heat, white in the cold black. revealing a strange world of crater animals. Most still awake. It's not safe to sleep when you can't see who might be coming for you. Aisha is on the prowl. Hyena night vision is excellent. She can walk right through the herds unseen. Hyenas don't choose leaders for their hunting prowess. But it can't hurt to show them what she can do. A wildebeest will feed the whole clan. But the pride has heard them. The sisters are betting on an easy win. But under Aisha, the clan is united. Now, the lions have an even bigger problem. There are 5 dominant males that live inside the crater. But he's not one of them. An outsider. He's come to mate and will kill young cubs to make room for his own. The sisters could stay silent and hide. Warring together is a show of strength. They want to deter him. But they may have led him straight to the den. Aisha will never worry about the threat of a male. Any outsider hoping to join her clan automatically takes the lowest rank. She's clearly enjoying the greatest perk of being queen. More food. They're all content. On her own, Yeye is extremely vulnerable. She can't even get respect from a jackal half her size. But she won't be pushed around. Her mother raised her to look after herself. Everywhere she looks, there's food.
Come to your river. I will come to your river. I will come to your river. Carry away my dead leaves. Let me baptize my soul with the help of your waters. Sink my veins and complaints. Let the river take them. River, drown them.
Yeye's never hunted without her clan before,
Come to your river.
but that doesn't stop her from trying.
Come to your river. I will come to your river.
If she doesn't learn soon, she'll starve. Shawnee is also desperately hungry. The lone male has been outside the den for days, hoping to starve her out and get to the cubs. But he's got to get past her sisters first, and they have a plan. They lure the male away from the den. They flirt with him. Creating a distraction so Shani can move her 5 cubs. She can only carry 1 tiny cub at a time, leaving the rest unguarded. The male is focused on her sisters. Until the cubs call for their mother. And he's reminded of what he came for. Shani's only taken 1 cub away, and she hears the other 4 cry out. Shani drives him out of the den, where her sisters are waiting. Together they force him away. But in the den, the damage is done. The Pride fought the outsider with all they had. And they saved 3 cubs. Make that 4. But the fight's not over. The male is still in their territory, and he will keep trying until all the cubs are dead. Shani has one last card to play. While she's nursing, she's not fertile. But that doesn't mean she can't fake it.
One way or another, I'm gonna find you, I'm gonna get you. One way or another, I'm gonna win you, I'm gonna get you. One way or another, I'm gonna see ya, I'm gonna meet ya. One day, maybe next week, I'm gonna meet ya, I'm gonna meet ya. One way or another.
To mate with the killer of her cub might seem unthinkable, but she's done it to protect the survivors. Mating with males can make them believe any young cubs are theirs. He might now let Shawnees live. While Shani makes a last stand for her family, Yeye needs to find a way to survive on her own. Hyenas can eat 30 pounds a day, and although they have a reputation as scavengers, they can't survive on just scraps. A buffalo is looking pretty good right now. But for a hyena who's never hunted on her own before, no chance. Yeye may be young, but she knows an opportunity when she sees it. The wildebeest herd is protecting small calves. If she can separate one, she might stand a chance. Now, or never. Without the tactical support of the clan, chaos is her friend. It's a huge win for Ye. She needs to eat fast before she's discovered by the Pride. But the sisters have their own concerns. The male is still with them. But so are the cubs. Shani successfully convinced the male they're his. He may even stick around to protect them. Thanks to Shani, the Pride is safe. For now. Yeye's found the strength and skill to fend for herself. But she's born to be in a clan. There's a hyena in the distance. Another female, bigger than her. She should run. And yet, there's something about this hyena. She'd know her anywhere. It's her mom, Malkia.
Maybe I should run. I don't need you now, I'm on my own. But if I run, turn away from all I've known, maybe I should run. Maybe I should run. Oh, oh, when I'm with you. Oh, 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 when I'm with you.
Two outcasts back together.
So we should run. We should run.
Malkia is old. She and Yeye won't survive alone. Malkia must lead Yeye to Aisha's clan. Take the chance that she'll have them back. They find some of the clan at the lake edge. Aisha and a few old allies. It's the perfect moment for Yeye and her mom to try to rejoin them. Because water does strange things to hyenas. It seems to wash the hierarchy away. Yeye makes the first move. Accepted without hesitation. Malkia won't live long enough to test her sister Aisha's leadership. But Yeye, she looks like a future leader. She just needs to bide her time. It's quiet in the crater. The males moved on, and the pride is focused on the cubs. All's calm. Except Shani's sister is now pregnant. The pride will grow again. Yeye is back with the clan, making her own allies. And those walls still tower around them, protecting and constraining them. Peaceful now? Sure. Lasting peace? Don't hold your breath.
Guess who is the model? 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 Guess who is the mother? Guess who is the mother? Guess who is the mother? Guess who is the mother?
The wildest places on our planet have always been home to powerful leaders. But now, a new hero is rising.
Guess who is the model? Guess who is the model?
Fierce,
Guess who is the
smart,
Guess who is the model?
resilient,
Guess who is the model?
and female.
Do you know? Can you know? So where's she from? Where does she go? Do you know? Can
We
you
don't
know?
call
So
her
where's she from?
Mother
Where does she
Nature
go?
for
Off of these
nothing.
roads, try to shun. She doesn't fold. Do you know? Can you know? So where's she from? Where
All
does she
hail.
go? On the run. Off of these roads, try to shun. She doesn't fold.
The Queens. The Congo, Central Africa. Over 1 million square miles of ancient rainforest. Home to a secret society where survival depends on friendship. To find her place in this world, a young female will leave her family and everything she knows. This forest is home to an animal we know very little about. This is Zoe, and she is a bonobo. If Zoe and her family look a little human, it's because they very nearly are. Along with the other great ape species, we share nearly 99% of our DNA with them. But Bonobo society is unique. It's the only one where the females lead. Zoe lives in a large group, more than 50 bonobos. And this is the boss, Tala, the alpha female. She's also Zoe's mom. Thanks to Tala, Zoe holds one of the highest ranks.
If you don't know, I'm a queen. Loving myself like a dream. Love me like a love me, love me.
She's the very center of attention.
Rob me, 'cause I love myself. I'm living my best life. Love me, love me, love me, love me. It's about me. I'm living my best life.
For Zoe, life is good. Really good.
Popular, I'm popular. I'm really, really popular.
The forest provides for everyone. Leaving time for fun. Bonobos are the most playful of all the apes. And with babies born year-round, there's plenty of partners in crime. Bonobos take a long time to mature to adulthood. But after 9 years of play, Zoe's changing. Soon, she'll be ready to have a family of her own. In bonobo groups, boys stay with their mothers for life. But Zoe must leave home to find a mate. She'll have no choice but to walk away from all of this. But right now, Zoe's being groomed for the 3rd time today. When she hears something, calls ring across the forest. Within moments, they are all on alert. Another bonobo group approaches from the east. Zoe's family rush to confront them. The males from both sides meet head to head. Zoe watches them display in the canopy. They're defending their females. The intruders drag branches through the forest in a show of strength. The males from Zoe's group do the same. But in all the chaos, the females have barely moved. Tala, the alpha, she's unfazed. The boys can show off all they like. Their aggression is a waste of time. The girls have a very different take on conflict resolution. Females from each side embrace.
If you got my back, I got you. Set your worry free. You got to shake, shake. You got to shake.
This unique greeting
Got to shake.
triggers a powerful biological response that dispels tension in an instant. These meetups are a chance to share information from the forest. The two alpha females reaffirm their decades-old friendship, strengthening the bond between the groups. Bonobos are the most peaceful of all the apes. As the males watch from the canopy, one catches Zoe's eye. This guy has her full attention. The party's over. The other group and the male leave. Now, Zoe has a choice. Stay with her mother and everything she knows, or follow for the chance to have her own family. Tala watches her daughter. as Zoe makes the decision that every female must make. She steps into the forest alone. Zoe follows the others. She's in their territory now. This part of the forest is new to Zoe. Alone, she's vulnerable. Leopards prowl the forest floor.
If the sky were to fall, I'd be the first to call. Some of us are brave.
Zoe needs the safety of the group. But these are 30 unfamiliar faces.
Ain't no joy but to be brave.
Bonobos won't turn a stranger away. Still, Zoe is going to have to work hard to fit in. First, she needs to figure out who's who. The male that Zoe followed is here. She's got good taste. Camillo is in his prime. But he's not the boss around here. She is. Martha, Camillo's mother, the alpha, and at 40, the oldest and wisest female. She's the one Zoe needs to impress. Martha knows every tree in her territory. She climbs 160 feet up into the canopy to branches full of fruit. With her family, Zoe could take what she wanted. Now she hangs back, unsure. Another young bonobo begs from Martha. There's plenty of fruit to go around. But coming from the leader, it's more than just food. It means you've been accepted. Zoe's hungry. And the fruit looks delicious.
Hair to the sky, so much cooler, that's sure you have.
She moves closer.
That's sure you have.
But now Zoe's at the top of the tree. All eyes are on her. The males react with excitement. And Zoe finds herself surrounded. It's all too much. Down on the forest floor, Zoe is safe from unwanted attention. But she's still hungry. She digs in the dirt for truffles, a skill she learned from her mother. Zoe knows how to fend for herself. But bonobos need more than food to survive. Like us, they thrive on physical closeness, touch, affection.
'Cause I'm just a girl.
Zoe's no different.
Own me. Well, don't let me out of your sight. I'm just a girl, oh pretty and petite. So don't let me have any pride. I'm just a girl.
It's been a long day. The bonobos can't spend the night here. With darkness comes predators. Zoe watches as Martha climbs up. And the group follows into the safety of the canopy. Each bonobo makes their own bed of twigs and leaves. Martha takes her spot high in the tree, her rank reflected in her position. As the rest take their places around their leader, Zoe stays behind.
Too far away to call. Can't see the light, light, light.
As darkness falls, Zoe makes a bed away from the others. Having slept with her mother for 9 years, tonight she sleeps alone. The Congo forest is so vast. It creates its own weather. Some of the most intense storms on Earth. and they're becoming more extreme. After the lightning comes the rain. Bonobos are used to this weather. That doesn't mean they like it very much. Zoe's faced the storm, hungry and alone. But as the rains pass, the group comes together to find food. Zoe needs to make today count. The muddy floor reveals plant roots. There's food all over the forest. No need to compete. Another reason that bonobos are so peaceful. Leaving young ones to discover the forest at their own pace. But their world is now a dangerous one. A mom and her baby play with a strange contraption. A snare set by poachers. Neither she nor Zoe have seen one before. But not everyone here is so lucky. This young male has snare wire wrapped around his palm. Soon, he'll lose his hand. And his own mother's hand bears the same scars. With such serious injuries, they both could have died. But bonobos show great empathy. If one is injured, it will be cared for. Having friends is everything. Zoe can't afford to wait a moment longer to make one. And she sees a way in. A baby invites her to play. But Zoe's more interested in its mom, who looks like she could do with some help. Susie is a high-ranking female, a valuable ally. So Zoe approaches. grooming is a way to build bonds. Zoe's more used to being groomed, but she makes the first tentative touches of a new friendship and gestures for a groom back. Susie's baby wants to cement the bond the bonobo way. A game of tag. And Susie joins in. No bonobo is too old or important to play. Zoe is finally beginning to feel at home. She has a friend in Susie. And Camillo's looking over. Two things to smile about. But to be truly accepted, she must impress Martha. Zoe still has a way to go. As the weeks pass, Zoe settles into the group. They have the run of the forest, traveling miles across their territory. From the high canopy, and into the open grasslands. Every day, Zoe makes more female friends. And with each friendship, her status grows. Camillo can't keep his eyes off her. Even Martha is starting to take note. Today they've come to the lily ponds. Lilies are rich in minerals, but hard to get at if you don't like to get wet. Susie's baby watches how it's done, but it's easier to steal from Mom. Zoe's braver than most. She's become experienced independent. And these days, Camillo is never far from her side. Zoe holds all the cards here. She won't start a family just yet. Not until she's sure her place in the group is secure. Martha on the bank above is who Zoe really needs to impress. And she might finally get her chance. Back in the forest, sounds from the canopy draw all eyes up. Colobus monkeys have entered their territory. For a long time, bonobos were thought to be vegetarian. But when the opportunity presents itself, they'll choose fresh meats. Camillo leads the hunt, moving silently. Zoe watches and waits. Normally, she'd go with the group. Instead, she climbs up alone. A risky strategy. Zoe attracts the attention of two colobus males, each nearly as large as her. This could be a big mistake. But she's not afraid. The opposite. Zoe taunts them, luring them to her and away from their young. A distraction that gives the bonobos the advantage. Now the young colobus are easy prey. Zoe took a risk, and it paid off. They caught two colobus. Meat is a luxury and Zoe knows she's earned her share. She's confident enough to sit down with Martha. The Alpha gives to those that played a part in the hunt. Zoe gets her first taste of meat with the new group. And from Martha's hand, it's especially good. And later that day, Zoe and Camillo find themselves alone together. With Martha as chaperone, Zoe will mate with many males in her life, but Camillo's been first choice from day one. Nothing happens without Martha knowing about it. She makes sure the pair aren't interrupted. Eight months pass. Once again, Zoe's separated from the others. But this time, she's not alone. She's given birth. A tiny baby girl. Just a few days old. Susie and her baby are nearby. She and other close friends wait to meet the new arrival. There's no danger in introducing such a little one to the group. This close circle of female friends will support Mom and the baby as she grows. Zoe's position here is finally secure. As her daughter now begins her own journey, she will play, she will make friendships vital to her survival, then one day, she too will leave all this behind.
Guess who is the model? 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 Guess who is the model?
wildest places on our planet have always been home to powerful leaders. But now, a new hero is rising.
Guess who is the martyr?
Fierce, smart,
Guess who is the martyr?
resilient, and female.
Do you know? Can you know? So where she from? Where does she go? Do you know?
We don't call her Mother Nature for nothing.
Roads try to shun, she doesn't fold. Do you know? Can you know? So where she from?
All hail
On the run, off of these roads try to shun, she doesn't fold.
the queens. In the jungles of Central America, the most impressive female leaders are also the smallest. Among the trillions of insects that live in this secret world, 2 tiny queens will stop at nothing to build their empires. One through great sacrifice, the other betrayal. This is Glossa, an orchid bee queen. A solitary female who has left her mother's nest to start a family of her own. Her metallic armor may be beautiful, but it hides Glosser's darker side.
Pretty little thing, but damn, she got an attitude.
The first thing any new ruler needs is someone to rule over. And this bee is well on her way. Inside a hollow trunk, she's built a cell from tree resin, ready to cradle her first egg. Having made it once, orchid bees can lay eggs for the rest of their lives and choose if they're male or female. Right now, Glossa wants a daughter. Before she can lay the egg, she needs to gather the food to feed it. And that means spending the next week collecting nectar and pollen. Glossa's body may be pretty, but it's also powerful. Her flight muscles contract more than 200 times a second, shaking pollen onto tiny hairs that cover her body. An impressive tongue pumps out regurgitated nectar, which she mixes with the pollen. Glosser's making a high-energy paste, baby food for bees. All this work is rather beneath the queen. But soon it will all be worth it. It's not the joy of motherhood that motivates her. It's something more sinister. The daughter she's carrying, she'll be a servant. And this queen will never have to work again. Glossa isn't the only one with plans for an empire. As night falls, another flying insect begins her bid for power. Atta 1, a leafcutter ant. Like the bee queen, she's also mated and is ready to lay eggs. For the males, the mating flight is their only purpose. And the effort is so great, it kills them, drawing in scavengers. Atta 1 will only be safe when she has dug herself a nest beneath the ground. But as she digs deeper, her wings get in the way. Atta 1 can't let them hold her back. So, she rips each wing from her body. A small price to pay to become a queen. And she won't need them where she's going. Atta 1 closes the tunnel behind her, sealing herself inside forever. While the lone ant queen is buried beneath the rainforest floor, high above, Glossa's hard work is nearly over. She brings the pollen and nectar back to her nest on her hind legs and scrapes them into the cell. Finally, she can lay the egg that will become her daughter. Now, it's a waiting game. It takes 2 months for the egg to develop. And while patience is a virtue, Being virtuous doesn't come naturally to a queen orchid bee. Glossa can't tell if her daughter is thriving. But inside the cell, we can see what Glosser can't. The lava gorges on the pollen and nectar. After a month, antennae, mouth parts, and wings appear. Then, the body's outer layer hardens into armor. Finally, she begins to take on the metallic color that makes her recognizably an orchid bee. Glossa can hardly wait. She'll have many young in her lifetime who will leave her when they hatch. But her firstborn daughter is special. She will never leave. Glossa won't allow it. But not all insect queens are so ruthless. Beneath the earth, Atta One sacrifices her own body to create her first brood of daughters. Sealed underground with nothing to eat, she's had to digest her wing muscles and part of her brain to make them. These first all-female workers are tiny. But now they're here, they can start to provide real food by farming. This is their crop, living fungus. The queen brought a tiny fragment of it with her. The new workers have fed it waste from the nest. And now they can start to harvest its tips for food. But for the fungus to keep on growing, it will need a better source of fuel. Tiny workers are no longer enough. The colony needs specialist foragers. These new sisters far outsize their nestmates and develop razor-sharp mandibles, naturally hardened with metal. Perfect for cutting leaves. They head out to work. In just 8 weeks, the Queen has a workforce able to take on all the tasks of running the nest. All except one. Atta 1 is still the only ant that can be a mother. And the other ants depend on her to continue their line. Her final sacrifice is to be buried inside the fungus. Where she'll pump out eggs until the day she dies. The colony now works as a collective, and it's up to each and every worker to make it a success. This is Atta number 359. Although she is an individual, Atta 359 is not unique or special in any way. You could say she's a nobody. But that's exactly why her mother made her. Atta 359 is a forager, born to serve the colony by harvesting leaves. She heads out of her mother's nest for the very first time. The jungles of Central America are a dangerous place for a tiny ant. But Atta 359 follows the scent trail of the hundreds of sisters that have gone ahead of her. As long as she sticks to their path, she's safe. But with so many new distractions, it's easy for an inexperienced ant to wander off the trail. She searches for her sisters, but Atta is on her own. And she's walking into a trap. This is the deadly pit of an insect larva called an ant lion. If it gets a good grip on her abdomen, it will suck the fluid from her body. And with it, her life. To the ant colony, the death of a single forager is inconsequential. But despite being a nobody, Atta has the urge to live. And she will. At least for a little longer. While the Ant Queen's daughters are already out in the world, Glossa is waiting for hers to hatch. Finally, it's time. Her name is Dyla. Although she's newborn, Dyla is no baby. She emerges fully mature, physically indistinguishable from her mother, and crucially, fertile. Glossa intends to take full advantage. She can use her daughter to grow her family. So, Dyla's first task is to mate. Finding a male is no problem. There's plenty of b-boys buzzing about. Most of them, they just don't have what she's looking for. Now, this guy could be interesting. Dyla allows herself to be led away to watch a private dance. But it's not his moves that do it for Dyla. It's his smell. He's spent the last few weeks gathering and blending different scents from all over the forest. He's stored them in pumped-up perfume pouches on his legs until the time comes to try them on a female. Now Dyla is here. It's finally his chance. With legs covered in his signature scent, he thrusts and hovers, propelling it behind him in a fine mist. Dyla has no nose, but she detects the waves of fragrance with her antenna. And she likes what she smells. Dyla mates only once in her life. The briefest of contact, and it's job done. Alta 359 is busy serving her mother and the colony, following her sisters to bring home the finest leaves. Leafcutter ants will travel more than 600 feet from the nest, and climb the height of 13 stories to find the most tender leaf tips. For Atta 359, just half an inch long, it's a feat of incredible strength and stamina. Leafcutter jaws are so powerful. Their muscles make up half the weight of their heads. The ants won't strip a tree bare. Instead, they harvest a little from each one, allowing it to regenerate between cutting. This is sustainable forestry. They may have brains the size of pinheads, but Atta and her sisters could teach us a thing or two about conservation. High in the canopy, the ants are exposed. They can't hear the thunder, but can sense the change in atmospheric pressure. It's time to head home. Atta 359 cuts a leaf fragment just the right size for her to carry on her own. But as she heaves it onto the carrying spikes on her back, a passenger climbs onto the leaf. It's a slightly bigger payload than she'd planned for, but Atta would never refuse a smaller sister in need of a ride. She and her hitchhiker face a race against time to get back to the nest. Atta 359 isn't the biggest or strongest worker. And with her passenger on board, she's not the fastest either, and is overtaken by quicker sisters. But she is very determined. She doesn't need to beat her sisters. She just needs to beat the weather. Atta 359 and her passenger are home and dry. But outside, hundreds of ants are still in trouble. Rain washes away the scent trails they need to find home, leaving them stranded. Wet leaves become too heavy to carry, and a direct hit could be deadly. While Rain puts the ant colony's work on hold, for the queen bee, the timing is perfect. The rains bring the jungle into bloom. Now Dyla can raid the flowers to feed her first brood. She has built cells alongside those of her mother's, filling them with nectar and pollen. While Glosser watches, Dyla lays her first egg and seals the chamber. Instinct tells Dyla this is a safe place for her own brood. But she's wrong. The queen waits patiently for her daughter to leave the cell unattended.
Something wicked this way comes. Something wicked this way comes.
Using her razor-sharp mandibles,
What's done cannot be.
Glosser unseals it, exposing Dyla's newly laid egg. Then she eats it.
Something wicked this way comes. Something wicked this way comes.
Glosser replaces her daughter's egg with one of her own. The queen can sit back and let Dyla tend to this egg, and dozens after, as her own. Glosser will let her daughter do all the dirty work. More than 2 years since she founded it, the Leafcutter Queen's nest has grown beyond all recognition. Hundreds of thousands of ants, 10 great walls of fungus, feeding it a constant supply of leaves. Buried inside, the queen finally has the colony she sacrificed so much for. But to secure her dynasty, she needs to go beyond producing workers. Laying new queens to start colonies of their own. To fuel this ambition, the colony needs more and more leaves. With her fellow foragers, Atta 359 works through the night. Under the glow of bioluminescent fungi. Unknown to the colony, a new neighbor has moved into this quiet corner of the forest. Army ants. 500,000 all-female warriors. Army ants don't need a nest. Instead, they link bodies, creating a protective shield around their queen. As the sun begins to rise, they go in search of food. Unlike the vegetarian leafcutters, these ants are carnivores. Each ant is armed with a paralyzing sting and lethal pincer-like jaws to hunt. Catch and dismember even large insects. They can kill 30,000 a day. And while leafcutters aren't prey, their nest is right in the army ant's path.
Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide. Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide. Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide.
As the raid sweeps overhead, darker-headed army ants venture into the nest and come face to face with the leafcutter workers. Some take on the intruders, while others try and protect their precious young. But the raid keeps on coming. One-on-one, a leaf cutter is no match for an army ant. But adders know from their day job that when they work together, anything is possible.
So you wanna start a war in the age of icons? So you wanna be immortal? No, you wanna start a war?
Deep inside the fungus, the queen has still got their back. She's been laying a secret weapon. Hundreds of supersized adder warriors. And these giant jaws aren't for cutting leaves. Now the leaf cutters have the advantage. And the army ants turn and run. Among the survivors is Atta 359. She didn't do anything especially heroic, but now she has a role to play. Dead ants could contaminate the fungus and must be disposed of. At 2 years old and nearing the end of her own life, this job falls to her. Atta 359 carries the bodies of her fallen sisters to the graveyard chamber and casts them into the pit. This is vital work, and it's the last thing she'll ever do. Now she's contaminated, so will never be allowed to return to the inner nest and must work in the graveyard until she herself dies. But Atta 359's okay with that. She only ever existed to serve the colony. And her life's work will soon have been worth it. With the colony secure, the Queen has finally been able to produce a very special brood. Not only do these new offspring have wings, for the first time, they're not all females. Some are males. These flying ants will seek mates from other colonies, continuing the Queen's dynasty long into the future. Thousands will die, but those females that survive to make nests of their own, they will be queens. In the bee nest, the next generation's time has also come. Enslaved by her mother, Dyla has built new cells, which are used again and again by the queen. Dyla's had many brothers and sisters who have all left, but none of her own eggs have been allowed to develop. Her mother has eaten them all. Today, Dyla is alone, waiting for the queen to return from feeding. What she doesn't know is that Glossa isn't coming back. Dyla is no longer a servant. From now on, she's the queen. Her eggs won't be eaten. But her firstborn daughter had better watch out. The queen is dead. Long live the queen.
Guess who is the model? 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 Guess who is the mother? Guess who is the mother? Guess who is the mother? Guess who is the mother?
The wildest places on our planet have always been home to powerful leaders. But now, a new hero is rising.
Guess who is the model? Guess who is the model?
Fierce,
Guess who is the
smart,
mother? Guess who is the mother? Guess who is the
resilient,
mother? Guess who is the mother?
and female.
Do you know? Can you know? So where she from? Where does she go? Do you know?
We don't call her Mother Nature for nothing.
Roads try to shun, she doesn't fold. Do you know? Can you know? So where she from? Where
All
does she
hail
go? On the run, off of these roads try to shun, she doesn't fold.
the queens. The African savanna is home to the ultimate animal sisterhood. When a new baby is born, her survival depends on the strength of her family. African elephants. Herds are made up of related adult females and their young. Front and center is the matriarch, Taji. At 45, she's the oldest, chosen to lead for her experience, judgment, and charisma. Today, there's a new member of the sisterhood. Overnight, Taji's daughter, Kike, had her first calf. This is Binti. Only a few hours old, and already on her feet. She'll be especially vulnerable in her first year. Taji welcomes her granddaughter to the family. Grandmothers watch out for babies born to first-time moms. Everyone's excited to meet the calf. Touch is an elephant's love language. But 20 relatives fussing is pretty overwhelming. In the commotion, Binti's been separated from Kike. And she needs Mom's first rich milk to build up strength. Kike should keep Binti by her side. But first-time elephant mothers don't always have the best instincts. Binti's vision is still blurry. She's found a nipple, but there's no milk for her here. It's her grandma. Taji is quick to correct Binti's mistake. She knows if Binti can't find her mother, she won't last long. Taji's tough, but she's not cruel. She helps her granddaughter up. And gives her a push in the right direction. Binti finally finds her mother. And has her first feed. The next few months will be tough. Taji needs to lead the family. But she'll also have to watch over Binti, while Kike learns how to look after her. Binti could grow up to be her family's future matriarch. But for now, they just need to keep her alive. After dark, the savannah is a whole new world for Binti to explore. She's just starting to get a feel for her incredible senses. smell helps her stick close to her mother in the darkness. Her tactile trunk can feel the tiniest nicks in a tree branch. And with those ears, Benti's hearing is outstanding. Taji keeps the family moving. Such big animals need to eat around the clock. But there are dangers in the dark. Taji keeps the herd together. The lions won't waste their energy on this great gray mass. But there are others who can see an opportunity. Benti smells something unfamiliar on the wind. The adults recognize it immediately. One hyena is no threat. But it's never just one hyena. This clan has a lot of new mouths to feed. A newborn like Benti is the perfect target. Taji pulls back. Calling the herd to create a protective wall around her granddaughter. With hyenas approaching on all sides, the elephants panic. Kike and Benti have been separated and surrounded. Across the pan, Taji fights alongside the rest of the family, unaware of the danger Kike and Benti are in. Benti instinctively feels safest beneath her mother. But her safe place keeps moving. Kike fends off hyenas from all sides. She cries out for help. And Taji comes running. Taji calls to head for the forest, while she sees off hyenas at the rear. Benti struggles to keep up with the rest of the herd. As Taji urges them forward, she's lost sight of her granddaughter. The hyenas have something on the ground. Benti's squeal sends her grandmother out fighting. Taji and Kike unite to rescue their baby. Benti's exhausted, but alive. She's understandably wary of new faces. But baboons are helpful neighbors. Palm nuts make a delicious breakfast for the weary warriors. And Kike's being much more attentive. After last night, she's keeping her daughter close. Now they can rest. Benti's so tired she falls asleep standing. Taji's not napping. She's listening. Elephants sense the low-frequency calls of other elephants from up to 6 miles away. Taji can't tell who it is or what they're saying from so far away, but something's up and she wants to go to them. Elephants are democratic, so she needs to get the family on board. Benti listens as her grandmother makes her case to the elder females. They rumble back and forth, discussing, negotiating. Benti hasn't learned any of this language yet, though the outcome is clear enough. They go. The family trusts in Taji. She draws on ancient wisdom, passed down from matriarchs before her. Benti will inherit all this knowledge one day. For now, she just needs to keep up. Taji can now recognize the calls coming from beyond the river. She finds the safest crossing. Bringing up the rear, it's Kike's job to show her daughter how to cross the river. Binti goes to catch up with Taji, but Kike holds her back. The river is swollen after the rains. If she's caught by the current, she could drown. Or worse. Binti's cousin hangs back to help. Together, they flank Binti. The water's deep and fast. Even Kike struggles against the current. Only her foot stops Binti being washed away. From this side of the river, the other family's calls are loud and clear. Not just one. Tens of families are marching across the plains to be together. A mass gathering that only happens a few times a year. Binti's own sisterhood is part of a much bigger clan. Extended family and old friends. Some haven't seen each other for years. These gatherings are a rare opportunity to catch up. This is a special time. The savannah is lush after the rains. For now, it's all you can eat. And they can enjoy each other's company. The younger elephants let loose. Even Binti's in the spirit. Until something unfamiliar. The boys are joining the party. Bull elephants sure know how to make an entrance. Over 45 times Binti's size. They're the largest animals she's ever seen. Some want to throw their weight around. Others pay their respects to their mothers. This bull is one of Taji's first calves. He now towers over his mom, though he's not too big for a cuddle. Like all males, he left the family as a teenager to live a mostly solitary life. Benti will spend her life surrounded by family. These gatherings build connections between sisterhoods. She starts to reach out. The friendships she makes now will last a lifetime. Bonds vital to her survival. Because the savannah is fickle. And the good times won't last. Months have passed. A dry season now follows the rains. Benti is 6 months old. She's stronger and growing in confidence. But the dry has its own hard lessons. At this time of year, the family sticks close to dependable water. Taji covers herself in mud. Her wrinkles are a gift. They retain up to 10 times more water than smooth skin, helping her stay cool. It's all in the application. Benti needs to work on her technique. Sunscreen on, it's time to eat. Benti settles into the steady rhythm of the season. The family drinks, and then they walk to find what food they can. Lush grass is a distant memory. You take what you get, and you don't grumble.
That's not easy, nah. Easy, no. Easy, neck. Easy, knee.
Then you walk again. Back to water. Each adult needs to drink around 50 gallons a day. It's no time to play.
No, that's not easy, nah. Easy, no. Easy, neck. Easy, knee.
These treks are tough on Benti. A lesson in resilience. Benti's still dependent on milk, and Kike can only provide it if she's drinking.
That's not easy, nah. Easy, no. Easy, no.
So they keep on moving.
That's not easy, nah. Easy, no. Easy, no.
Taji has been navigating the dry months for decades. She has a mental map of ancient elephant pathways that will lead the family to what they need. With every step, Benti's learning it too. At the next water hole, only mud. Climate change is making the dry seasons more extreme. Taji remembers water here. But relying on memory only works when the world stays the same. The family looks to Taji. She chooses a new route. Taji knows a natural spring close by. Now a village surrounds the spring. In the dry months, water is needed by everyone. It's so tempting. Benti has never seen people before. She senses Taji's caution. Taji knows humans, but she wasn't expecting to find them here. Her mental map is out of date. She calls the family away. This is an important lesson for Benti. As she grows up, navigating people will become ever more common. Elephants rely on old wisdom, but their home is changing fast. Africa's human population has more than tripled in Taji's lifetime. Every year, more savanna is turned to farmland, cutting through ancient elephant pathways. The world's largest land animal is running out of space. The family walks on into the night. It's cooler, easier to travel. almost 2 days without a drink. Finally, Taji gets them to a water hole. It's a magnet. For everyone. Taji's now on edge. Lions aren't a threat when her family is well fed and strong. But it's a different story now. They are tired and weak. And the lions can see it. Taji watches closely, weighing up the risk. But Kike's protective instincts are in full force. She wants the lions away from her daughter. But they're not going anywhere. The family is still thirsty, but it's just too dangerous. Taji calls them away. She's not gotten Binti this far, only to lose her now. The rain should have come. This is a drought, the worst in 40 years. The elephants huddle in the only shade they can find. Without water, Kike's milk is drying up. A drought in a calf's first year is often a death sentence. There's no water here, but the family has come across something they recognize. Only one animal has a skull this big. Elephants seem to know the remains of their own. This was an adult female, likely a matriarch that Taji knew. She leads the family. They encircle the bones. They fall silent as each elephant takes their turn to touch them. They don't shield Binti from the ritual. Droughts that used to occur once a decade now happen every few years. The youngest and the oldest elephants are especially vulnerable. The loss of a matriarch, her knowledge, experience, and leadership is devastating. The family can't afford to lose Taji, especially Binti. They must move on. Taji makes time for a final goodbye to her old friend. The matriarch delves into her memory. There's a river. But right on the outer reaches of their range, it will be a long journey and a risk. Taji must trust that this path, carved into the savannah by all the elephants that have gone before, will save them.
Feet don't fail me now. I got to stand my ground. I know I'm down for trying. I am better in denial, so I don't make a sound. Feet don't fail me now. I got to stand my ground. I know I was down for trying.
Taji finally smells water. And something she doesn't recognize. Taji's never seen anything like this before. A new highway stands between her and the river. Road building has exploded in Africa. Taji has no experience to call on. This is one change in her world too many. She freezes. The other adults cannot resist the scent of water. They take their chances on the road. Binti is curious. But her mother calls her back. Kike stays by Taji's side. Perhaps things will be quiet after dark. No such luck. The hours pass, and still Taji is not moving. In the face of such dramatic change, she's paralyzed. Kike, Binti, and her cousin are waiting for Taji to take the lead, but they're desperately thirsty. The river is so close, and the rest of the family will have reached it by now. With Taji unable to lead, the younger elephants must show their matriarch the way. Benti boldly steps forward. Following her mother into a changing world. Finding herself all alone. Taji now follows in her granddaughter's footsteps. The taste of water is pure joy.
Just imagine we woke up in paradise. Don't need magic. Let my thoughts just carry us home
Taji made the right choice to guide them here.
tonight.
And with the help of her daughter and granddaughter, the whole family made it safely.
Don't let go, don't give it up. I will be alive.
Elephants have always walked in the footsteps of their ancestors.
When you're low, I'll lead you home, chariot.
But Benti's growing up in a very different world.
When you're low, I'll lead you home, chariot.
In just 50 years, savanna elephant numbers have fallen by 60%.
Take you back to where you're from, chariot.
They will need strong, compassionate, adaptable leaders if they are to survive.